The 5-day revitalizing challenge group is also here. So we're very excited to go deeper into some fun arm balance stuff. And of course, if there's things that you can't do, don't worry about it. There'll be plenty of things to do, and you just leave out the arm balance piece. But there'll be lots of core and hip stuff and twists and things. So bring the palms together, close your eyes, relax the shoulders, start breathing in and out of the nose. Drop the shoulders down, let the top of the head float up. Take a moment, set your intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen whatever your deeper meaning is for your breath and your movements. And if I didn't already say, go ahead and drop your head to the left side. Nice, easy neck stretch. Good, then switch sides. Same thing. Good. Drop the arms from there, a few shoulder rolls, one direction. I'm sorry, a few head circles. I don't know why I keep mixing that up. And then opposite direction. Karina, I heard from my friend Skylar earlier, who's in Philadelphia. You guys met. She's got a group of people doing the 70.3 in St. George, now shoulder rolls forward and back in May, this coming May, assuming it is going to happen. So I'm thinking I may do the race with them. I'm going to help coach them along the way. So you can do a relay. In fact, maybe we can let Skylar talk about that. I don't know if they're raising money for that, but she also mentioned another event that they're going to do to raise money for to get girls running. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms forward. Young girls lift up. But I don't know if the 70.3 St. George is a fundraiser or not. Interlace, lift up. Right, okay, yeah. So you guys are just going to do that, and then but you have teams and there are people. They're all relay teams, right? Yeah. Fold over to one side. So maybe Karina, if they come from Philadelphia and I come from LA, maybe you can come down from Logan. Switch sides. All right. Say that again. Lean back and fold. Yeah. Wow. Oh. Wow. Good for you. Oh, jeez. A similar thing happened to my brother in New York, actually, going down the Hudson River. It's like guys were doing the whole 1,500 meter swim in like 11 minutes. Clasp the hands back, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. Good, smooth, even breaths. A little stretch here. One more breath. Release the arms. This time, you can have the feet apart a little bit. We're going to drop down into a squat. So go ahead and take the feet apart. And there's three main ways You can squat, you can either be on the toes like this. You could have the feet out, kind of like I have, or you can have the feet straight. But sit up nice and tall, just pause for a moment. And then interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, lift the arms up. One more inhale. And then fold down, clasp the hands back, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. We're going to do 3 of those. Then release it, come on down again, squat down, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up, stretch. Good, one more inhale, and then fold, clasp the hands back, interlace the fingers, stretch. Good. Release it again. One more time. Interlace. Lift the arms up. Breathe. Really get into that upper back if you can. So straighten the arms. Bring the arms back by the ears. Whoa. Careful not to fall back. One more inhale. And then fold. Clasp the hands back. Interlace the fingertips. Stretch the shoulders. Good. Release the arms, engage the abdomen, slowly roll up. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms way up. Fold all the way down, forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back to plank pose as you exhale. Hold it there. Breathe. Actually, I want to just switch this up. Stay in high plank for the moment. I'm just going to switch this just for friends who are on the live stream. So from here, we're not going to do push-ups because I want to save your arm energy. So just take a couple more breaths. Extend the shoulders. One more inhale. And then drop to the knees. Cat and cow tilts for the spine. Inhale that. Heart up, exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift up, exhale, round. Inhale, and exhale. Good, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale and inhale. Good, and exhale. Now back to neutral. Lift the feet side to side, shoulder and hip together. One side, shoulder and hip together, other side. Oh. I checked on my my progress on my 50-mile November. I'm not as far behind as I thought. I've done 50K so far, so I got 30K to go, and I have, I don't know what's today, the 25th. I have basically 5 days to do 30K. That's not a problem. Debbie and I and a couple friends are going to meet Friday. I'll do 10K. Debbie, you'll have to do 10K on Friday. Downward facing dog. You don't have to, but I have to. Downward facing dog from there. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, give it a big stretch. There was a day, switch sides, that instead of, trying to do 50 miles in a month, that I was measuring elevation. So I was trying, I set a goal 1 year to do 500, I think I set a goal to do 1,000,000 feet of elevation, was that right? Or 500,000? No, it was 500,000 feet of elevation on the bike ride and or the run. Obviously, you're going to be on a bike ride. You can climb quicker. But I think one year I did about 350,000. I thought, oh, I can make it to 500,000. And I don't think I did, actually. It was a good goal. I'll get back to that goal. Come up on the toes, walk forward to the hands. Climbing. I know some of you are flatlanders. Halfway up and fold. All the way up. Nice big inhale. But if you're not a flatlander and you do have some hills around, climbing is definitely one way to get in great shape. Arms up, inhale. Whether that means hiking or trail running uphill, halfway up as you inhale, mountain biking or cycling on the road, vinyasa, drop to the knees, lower to the chest. Inhale, a gentle back bend, easy back bend. Testing the waters these first 10, 15 minutes, always making sure that these movements are going to be okay for your body. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Good. Up on the toes again. Walker lightly, hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Arms up again. Inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Easy. And then downward facing dog. Hold. There's that roll over the toes. So yeah, you can flip it. Also, I noticed that if I haven't given myself a pedicure, it hurts sometimes to go over. So if your toes are if your toenail is longer than the actual toe, it can hurt. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. One more here. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Extend the spine. Inhale. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right away. Right leg up behind you. Hold it up. Breathe. Sink the left heel down if you can. Shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Core strength. And then lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side. Twist. Back and up. Forward to the right. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Stay there. And then straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Keep that going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And now you're going to drop the back knee. So drop the back knee down and then turn your back foot to the right and then lift it a little bit. Grab the foot, then turn back. So you're squaring the hips. Now you're grabbing the grabbing the foot, but dropping that quadricep down. So it's a deep, deep, deep quad stretch. If that does not work, then you can just be right here and kind of sink low and get the hip flexor upper quad stretch. But if possible, this is the move. Oh, it's a little bit intense. You can let the front leg kind of drop a little out to the right. Lift the heart up, maybe lean back, take a big inhale. And then let it go. Warrior one, just one breath. So go ahead and turn the back foot flat, set your feet, your foundation. Reach up, inhale. And then hands down to the floor. Take the leg back, lower down. Samantha, also Sam. One thing too is strength. So at times, and everyone can just try this, you can come forward. If you're lowering and you want to roll over your toes, but you can't hold your body up like this in chaturanga, then you're gonna have to go down and roll over, right? So part of it too is getting that strength that you need. So you come forward, you lower, and then I'm rolling forward over the toes that way. So that's a little bit too of a little caveat. It does take strength to hold your upper body up. Left leg up behind you. Breathe. Dropping that right heel down. Good. And now, shoulders over the wrist, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it. Back and up. Forward knee to your right side. Back and up. Forward up to your left side. Back and up. All the way forward. Stay here. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Inhale. Straighten the leg, flex the foot. Exhale, bend the knee, drop the hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Couple more. Good. Inhale and exhale. Drop the back knee. From there, easy lunge. If that's for you, that's the easy lunge. That's great. I always like to turn this foot. If you could lift the back foot like this, although that oftentimes makes the hamstring cramp. So to avoid that, turn it to the side. It's just easier to reach left hand grabbing the foot. Then you have to square the hips back forward again. And this, by the way, bothered my knee in the beginning when I started doing this. So a little extra padding on your mat sometimes helps. But this is a deep, deep, deep quadricep stretch and helps open up the quads, obviously, hip flexors, but also your back, believe it or not, because the quads will pull on the pelvis in such a way that it'll tighten up the back slightly. So lift the upper body up. Excuse me, lean back. A couple more breaths. Good. And then from there, release it. Set the foundation. So that's your feet. And then warrior one, big inhale, reach up. Whoa, hands down. If you don't fall, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. At any point, you can lower all the way to the mat. Forget the whole holding the body up. Forget the whole roll over the toes. Just lower all the way to the mat. It's a little break. And then you take cobra, an easier back bend, and then back to down dog. Pause here and breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Extend the shoulders up, lift the tailbone up, press the thighs back, push the heels down, breathe. Good. Up on the toes again when you're ready. Walk or hop. Extend that spine as you inhale, fold. As you exhale, chair pose from here. Bend the knees, reach the arms. Just for a little warm up. Activation, 30 seconds. Sinking down. Gazing forward if you can. Reaching the arms up, back by the ears. Good. One more inhale, sink a little bit lower. And then stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale. Let's do just 3 rounds, one at a time. Sun Salutation B, chair pose, inhale. Fold, exhale. Extend the spine, inhale. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, down dog. Right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down to the floor, leg back, vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side. Take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Stretch, hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Good, up on the toes again. Walk or lightly hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose again, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale. 2 more rounds like that. Back to chair, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog, right side. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, take the leg back, lower. Upward facing dog, down dog. Hold it there, breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. One more breath. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or lightly hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. Stand. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Big full breath. One more round. Back to chair. Inhale. Fold as you exhale. Halfway up, inhale, step back or hop back. Chaturanga, or all the way to the mat. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, right leg, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Inhale. Hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog and then down. Downward facing dog. Pause here. Breathe. Good. Up on the toes, just walk halfway forward, so to the middle of your mat. Feet about shoulder distance, bend your knees a bit, clasp the hands back, stretch the shoulders. It's nice to have a little stretch, especially after all the vinyasas. Stretching the shoulders, do the best you can there. Good. Now, release the arms. Let's go ahead and squat down. So again, your squat. So there's 3 different types again, right? On the toes, that's 1. Toes kind of pointed out, but the feet are flat. That's 2. Just got to be aware of your knee. And then straight forward like that. Yeah, there we go. My ongoing knee clicking. So wherever you can be, bring the palms together, sit up tall. And obviously if your knees don't bend because of surgery or something like that, then you're going to have to skip this particular section or these kinds of poses where you have to bend your knees. But from here, we're going to move into our first arm balance, Cropos, Bakasana. So remember, I was mentioning there's 2 kind of main ways. If you're a bit newer, the knees are outside the triceps. If you're less new, then what you want to work on is getting those arms. So you take your arms and kind of turn them back that way. So it's almost like your hands are kind of pointed out, and then you get the knees back up into the triceps / armpits. So first, if you're newer, here it is. All right, knees are out to the side, and then you're balancing. Lift your head up, because in the beginning it might feel like you're gonna crash and burn and drop your head down, but that's the idea. Cropos. If, again, like I say, if you're newer, then from here, set the hands, lean in, balance here. A few breaths. Good. And come on back. Squat down again. We're going to go in one more time. And this time we're going to give the opportunity for folks to do a few little sequences. So I know that someone like Jeff and Debbie and Greg and a few others I know want to maybe try some bigger stuff. So what I'm going to do is crow to headstand, and then back to crow, and then jump back. So one thing that you can do if you're feeling pretty good about your crow pose, you could work on that jump back, right? So you can lean in, and then you could jump to chaturanga. All right, that's a hard thing to do. One other thing you could do is lean in and just slowly, you got to lean to one side, step one leg back at a time. That's a thing. And then you'd come forward, and then you'd step the other leg back. The headstand sequence looks like this. So if crow pose is just too much and not for you, then you're in the squat. But if you're ready for a little headstand sequence, you set the hands, come into crow, bend the arms. You have to have a little faith here and drop the head, tuck the chin. You drop it onto your head, creating a tripod here. You come up, and then straighten the legs up. That's your tripod headstand. Then, slowly coming down, you bring your knees to the triceps again, and then lean back. It's a little tricky. It's a super delicate moment where you lean back and then lift back up into crow, and then maybe shoot the legs back, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. All right, so that's kind of the next level of that. So regardless of what you did, let's all meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it out. Good. And then switch sides, same thing, stretch. Good. And then right away, right leg up behind you. Bring it all the way forward. You're going to stay on your back toes. Come up to Crescent Pose. Crescent Pose here. On the back toes. So, like you're, at that runner's start. I guess it's not really like a runner's lunge, but almost. Arms up, shoulders relaxed. Breathe deep. Just the back heel is off the ground. And you're stretching kind of this front side hip flexor, breath smooth. From here, arms out to the side, lift the heart up, breathe deeply. Tricky balance. If you're looking up, the balance is a little tricky, so part of the reason why we have the arms out to the side. Do the best you can. Keep breathing deeply. Whoa. Oh, good. Now look forward and then lean forward. Whoa. Step up to Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3 it's called. Flex that back foot, drive the back leg back, extend the spine forward, shoulders down away from the ears. Arms can be out to the side or forward. We're only going to hold this for a few more breaths, then we're going to come back and do a twist. Breathing. Actually, let's go bring the hands down. Even if your standing leg is bent, totally fine to bend the standing leg, put the hands down. If you can, you're going to work the standing leg straight. You may need to grab your ankle calf with your right hand and then just lift that back leg up. Really stretch. One more inhale, lift it. Good, and then we're going to step back. Step all the way back, drop the back knee. Come on up this time with the left arm. Left arm right up. up as high as you can, lean back slightly. And then you're going to take that left arm, hook it across your right leg. All right. Bring the palms together. That right elbow goes up, and then turn and twist. So if you're comfortable, look down for balance, tuck the back toes, and then you're in prayer twist. Here, breathe. Lengthen up, twist and turn. A few more breaths. And we're going to move to the arm balance. I'm just going to flip myself around so it's easier for you guys to see the camera. So just pretend this is the front of my mat. From here, the idea is to straighten the arms, fall out. This is for arm balance, folks. Fall out to the side. Otherwise, you just stay in the twist. Step the back foot closer, bend your arms, and then straighten both legs. Got it? So that's a arm balance from here. So again, if you didn't do it, you're still in the twist. If you did do it and you're comfortable in this arm balance, you can also lift and shoot the other leg back. So that's another fun little trick. Go ahead and release from there, whether you're in the twist or you did the arm balance. Take a little vinyasa, gentle back bend. Downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment, bend your left leg, push the right heel down, stretch. Good. Left side when you're ready, take the leg up, bring it forward, stay on the back toes, crescent pose, come on up. Arms up. So you're on the back toes, heel is up, arms up, shoulders relaxed. So it's not tense. It's not like, right? It's relaxed. You want to be free. You know, it's about being supple and strong. So feeling that stretch on your right side, arms out to the side, then lift the heart up. Breathe deeply. One more inhale. And then lean forward, step up again, warrior three, balance. Driving that back leg back, extend the spine forward, breathe. Maybe arms forward if you can, a few breaths. Good. Hands down from there. Lift the back leg up. Stretch it. Good. One more inhale. Lift it up. And then a big step back. Drop the back knee down. Come on up. Right arm goes up this time. Lift up nice and tall. And then go ahead and cross over. Twist. Part of the arm balance is if you don't have a great lateral twist, meaning you can't quite get this tricep down over the knee, then the arm balance is just going to be too much. You still got to work on the other piece, because this knee needs to stay above the elbow, or this, not the knee, but the leg needs to stay above the elbow. So if at any point you're like, what the heck, what is that, what's going on there? Just don't worry about it. Do the best you can, right? It takes some time, right? From here, the palms together. In the twist, sometimes see people close the elbows or kind of, you want to be sticking this top elbow up. And you want to be pressing the palms together and pushing into the legs as you lengthen the torso and turn and twist up. Oh my goodness, like that's a big spinal twist. And then if you want, tuck the back toes, look down for balance. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back legs, and then return back up into that twist and breathe. Good. Now, look down from there. If you're gonna do the arm balance, straighten the arms out to the side. You kind of fall out to the side. See my left leg has to stay above my right elbow. Step the back foot closer, bend both arms, straighten both legs. Breathe. In this particular arm balance, the left arm is free. So I'll show you that second there. And if you're not doing this arm balance, then just stay in the twist, a few more breaths. But from here, you're hooking, straightening the arms. So if you can just watch my left arm, totally free, right? There's nothing resting on the left arm. It obviously needs to be there as a guide, but that's the beginning of your breakdance career. So soon we'll be doing the 5-day breakdance challenge. Downward facing dog from there. Step the legs back, vinyasa, lower down, gentle inhale into cobra pose or upward facing dog, and then back to downward facing dog. Good, one more like that, and then a little added bonus. So from downward facing dog, pause, take a moment, bend the right leg, push the left heel down, breathe. Good. Right side when you're ready, take the leg up, bring it forward. Turn the back foot flat down, come to warrior one, and then right away, warrior two. Open up to the side. See, I look at that clock, and that clock is a little slower than the actual real time. That's okay. So now, right from warrior two, back arm wraps around your body from here, and then bring the forearm to the thigh. Lengthen the upper body, turn and twist up, and breathe. So you got a little shoulder stretch, slight engage in the abdomen, a little hip stretch. If you're okay, you go to your block or to the floor here. Keep breathing, lengthening the upper body up, twist up, breathe. We're gonna go right to a full wrap. So now, if you're on the advanced train, you take that right arm underneath, wrap it all the way around, reach around for those fingers or hand or wrist, lengthen up. This is really more for the hips. So if you're not wrapping, as long as you're feeling the stretch in the hips, you're doing the pose. Lengthen up. So tuck the tailbone, tuck the tailbone, feel that hip stretch. A few more breaths. Very good. So release the hands and then come up on the back toes. Walk the outside foot, right foot over to the right. Inside elbow down here. And then outside elbow down, then inside elbow down. And breathe. Just a few breaths here. Stretching. Good. Drop the back knee. Come on up. Straighten the front leg. Straighten the front leg. Lengthen your torso up. So extend up. Pull that right hip back. Flex the foot. Breathe. So this will be our third official arm balance here. Go ahead now, bend the front leg. So if you're not doing the arm balance, your option is just to come right back in here and get on the elbows and just stay here in the twist. If you can, keep this foot flat, or it's totally fine to kind of open it up. Those of you that want the arm balance, I'm just going to change the direction of my body so you don't have to, as long as you're at the front of your mat, but just so it's easier for you to see. From here, let's assume that this is the front of my mat now. From here, you'd come back up, take the right arm underneath the right leg. Set the hands, set both hands. This is really important. This left tricep goes underneath, kind of rests on / leans on, or your body leans on that tricep. That's really important. Set the hands, scoot that foot around, bend the arms, lift the back leg. So now you're balancing on both arms again. And this is one of the reasons is the weight of your body is not completely balanced on the right arm, which is why this left arm is not free in this particular version of the arm balance. You want to bring this arm under. So from that stretch, so you can get another shot. And the jump back is kind of fun. You lift the back leg and then shoot this leg back. So here's what that looks like. From here, lean. You can straighten both legs if possible, and then lift and shoot the leg back. Upward facing dog, down dog. If you're in the stretch, go ahead and just come on back. Downward facing dog. Pause. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it. And just remember, all this stuff is not about finding the picture perfect pose. It's so much more about the effort and, understanding what you can do and more importantly, what you can't do. Left leg up, bring it forward, turn the back foot flat, warrior one, and then warrior two. And one of my first teachers, I mentioned her to you along the 5-day challenge, folks, but Sarah Powers, incredible teacher, kind of yin, she's where I learned yin yoga from first initially. She's an Ashtangi, she's kind of Buddhist, she does Vipassana meditation too, she's just fantastic. And she said, injuries are our best teachers. And I just thought, that sucks. Like, why does that have to be the case, right? I used to hate getting injured. I still don't like getting injured. But they teach us how to treat ourselves, right? Now, go ahead and take that right arm back around. Grab that leg if you can. Lengthen the upper body. Turn and twist up. Good, then bring that hand down to the floor. Extend the upper body. Lean back and breathe. Good, then we're going to wrap it. So left arm under, lengthen the upper body, twist, and breathe. Whoa. One more breath. Good. Release the hands, walk the right foot a little bit, left foot a little bit over to the left. Outside elbow down. Inside elbow down. Hold. Back leg is up. You're driving that back quad up and then heel back. That's going to help deepen the stretch here on the left side. Breathe. Good. Drop the back knee. Come on up. Straighten that front leg. Lengthen the upper body. Sink in forward. Good. Bend that front leg forward, and then either just go right back into your stretch and just hang out. That's it. That's enough. You don't have to do the arm balance, but I know some of you want to do it and are working on it. So here it is, left arm under. Left arm becomes the shelf for the left leg. Right arm in this particular arm balance goes under the rib cage. You kind of got to lean in, so you're almost turning it more, like exaggerate that a little bit more. Bend the arms so you rest on the arms, and then it's the glute and the low back that help lift this back leg, and you got to drive both legs straight. Ugh. And then lift and jump back. Upward facing dog or cobra, and then downward facing dog. So sometimes I will say, when I do that particular pose and I jump back, sometimes I can feel a little, like if I was to hold that amount of weight on my arms for too long, I might strain my triceps. So at times I'll just shoot the legs back and go all the way to the ground. And just the triceps are just not ready to hold 180 pounds, I guess. Downward facing dog. But again, the whole point is just be aware and breathe, and if your body sends you a signal like that, please heed the signals that your body sends you. Bend your right leg, push the left heel down. I know we only did that one time on that side, but if you wanted to do it a second time, go for it. Good. And then drop to the knees. So what we're going to do is a little bit of a back bend. So those are 3 arm balances. The final arm balance that we're going to do is handstands, if you can and or want to. But we're going to do just right now an easy back bend, Cobra pose, Ustrasana, camel pose. Halfway, left hand on the hip, heel, right arm up, lean back and breathe. Good, and then switch sides. Just a few breaths, not a big focus on the spine today. Lift up, lean back and breathe. Good. Forward, rest for a moment. Rest in child's pose, take a few breaths. Good. And then come on back up. One more time. Ustrasana camel. Lift the upper body up. Lean back. Drive the hips forward. Lift the heart up. Drop the head back and breathe. Remember, open the heart. Open the heart. Be more inclusive, less divisive and exclusive, right? More compassionate, more loving, more kind. One more breath. Abdomen strong. Drop the chin, and then slowly child's pose there. A couple breaths. And then an option, I'm just going to set the timer for 2 minutes. And if you're not going to hop up into an arm handstands, then I want you to go to frog pose. Turn to the side. We'll just do a nice, easy frog pose. Turn to the side. Turn the knees out, feet out. There is your frog. Gently press back. Only 2 minutes here. Those of you that have a wall nearby, if you wanted to kick up to an arm balance, I'm sorry, I keep saying that, handstand, then here's kind of the 3 things, or if you're balancing, obviously you don't need a wall, then you just balance in the middle of the room. But there's 3 sort of things. First, the basics to kind of kick up. Notice here, this is momentum, right? So you got to have kind of a little bit of a momentum here to kick, and then you're gonna kick one leg up. For me, it's my right that I kick up, and then I push with this left leg. So it's those three things together. So it's a little kind of swing up, push with the left leg, and then a little momentum. So kind of 1, 2, 3, right? And then you get up. And if you're at the wall, obviously you're at the wall. If you're newer, you might look like that. You might sort of be flailing around a little bit. It's fine, it's all fine. Just keep looking down in between your hands. Don't drop the head. Dropping the head is later. For now, just look at in between the hands. And if you can, go ahead and kick up. A couple more times. There will be a point where your hips balance over your shoulders. Your shoulders are over your wrists. And then you'll just be able to hang right here, upside down. Breathing. And eventually, there's fun variations to do there. But, first the idea is kicking up. And if you're okay kicking up, then the idea is to build some of the strength it takes to actually hold yourself up for a longer period of time. Once you feel like you have the strength, the endurance to hold yourself up for a longer period of time, then you start to back away from the wall, or those two things will happen simultaneously if you're not using the wall. So let's do one more, and those of you that in the hip stretch, you got about 20 seconds. And it's tricky, and some days are better than others, and some days feel easier than others, and some days the balance is good, some days the strength is good, but that's all part of it, right? Just keep breathing. Good. All right. And then come down from there, and then let's come back to child's pose. So you can come out of your frog pose if you were there, and then make your way back to child's pose. If you were kicking upside down, back to child's pose. And then pause there for a moment. We're going to set up for our pigeon next. I'm going to move that a little bit there. Pigeon pose, right leg, not long, just about a minute or so. That's not exactly, a little bit like that. That's better. Pigeon pose. And again, not long, just about a minute or so. So good, smooth, even breaths, kind of relaxing and calming down, allowing yourself to soften and breathe. And, you know, coming back to that intention, the intention that you set in the beginning, allowing yourself to stay focused, allowing yourself to reconnect with that place inside, allowing yourself to let go. So I oftentimes talk about the layer of stress that we know we have. So we all know there's a layer of stress. Obviously this year, much more pronounced than most years. But regardless, you can't live in our society without having some bit of stress. And you know, when you move through some of that in this fashion, in this way, immediately there's some relief. And that's what I call kind of like the outer layer of stress. Let's switch legs. But then there's the deeper layers of stress, you know, that maybe aren't necessarily aware of. And I think it's important to allow yourself, give yourself the permission to let go more and more and more. You know, when I started doing yoga, practicing yoga, people used to talk about how you hold emotions in your hips. And I thought, I don't know, that seems weird. And then all of a sudden I start like bawling in the middle of pigeon pose. Like going, right? And so these emotions come up and that's absolutely 100% okay. There's no reason to push these emotions away. I mean, it's, you know, life is so incredibly beautiful and powerful and awe-inspiring, you know, like I said, just waking up all of a sudden, it's, oh my gosh, there are things, there's electricity. What? It's crazy. There are trucks. You put a key in them, you turn them, they work. It's like a miracle. What is that? That's crazy. And then technology, this is unreal. It's just so fascinating. And really, it's just a choice to see it that way. Similarly, with our, you know, when we get to this point of de-stressing, of letting go, I try to train myself to not have any limit on how much I can release, how much I can let go of. And you know, there's people who, you know, are very much into like past life regression, like all kinds of stuff, and you know, ancestral stuff and all this kind of thing. And I don't know. I mean, my mind is like a little tiny little thing. I don't know if I'm letting go of just my own stress or I'm letting go of some past life stress. I have no idea. But so what I do is I just try to let go more and let go more. And if my body's ready to just let go more, and you know, emotionally, whatever it is, just keep letting it go. Just keep letting it go and letting it go. That's it. Come on up from there. Swing those legs forward, shake them out for a moment. And like they said in the Matrix, we'll see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Shake the legs out. Take the bum out to the side, flex the feet back, reach the arms up, fold. This goes back to kind of our societal thinking of like, oh, I turned 30, so my body's going to start breaking down, or I'm 40 and you're definitely going to feel worse now because you're 40, right? Well, 100 years ago, or whatever it was, maybe a little bit more than 100 years ago, life expectancy was about 49 years old. Actually, if you check out, this is something I'll post in the group, but if you Google something called the 90 plus study, this was a study that was done. They happened to find this old nursing home or retirement center. It was called Leisure World, if I'm not mistaken. There's a bit on 60 Minutes that's fantastic. And this study is still going on today. But back in the 80s, mid-80s, there were people who came in. And retirement age back then, they were like, anyone 50 years old, it was like 51 years old or above, can come to Leisure World and spend the rest of your days. And I'm thinking, I'm not retiring at 51 and going to a community center for the rest of my life. Are you kidding me? Like, the world is my retirement community. But that's the way, that's the thinking. And that was, that was 35 years ago. And the 90 plus study is about the people who went to that community, and now a lot of them are in their 90s. And so there's a lot of different stuff about, they call them the oldest old. Anyway, roll back, lift up and lean back. But so the point being that we don't know, right, if in 100 years we basically, gained 70% of our life expectancy, why can't we gain another, let's say 20%, 30%, and do it on our own. Legs up, hold and breathe. I say minimum amazing quality of life for at least 100 years. And there should be no reason why that can't happen. I mean, obviously there are going to be extenuating circumstance and illness and outlying situations, but for the most part, there's a great possibility. Legs wide. And by the way, that possibility for me gets, more and more clear and more solidified every single day. every single day that I live, I get closer to that. And bend the knees, feet together, and then take the legs up and then down over your head slowly. We'll do our final twist and then Shavasana. So go ahead and pull that right knee in, roll to the left side, easy twist. Good. Switch sides, same thing. Good. Back to the center. Shavasana right here. Just a few moments to take a nice big breath. Inhale. And exhale. Just a couple moments. Really feel that aliveness in your body. Okay, go ahead and bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to your belly. Pause for a moment, just take a breath. And then bend the knees, roll to your right side. And then back up to a seat, comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, palms up, eyes closed, a few moments. Just feel your newfound openness, your new connectedness to a deeper place inside yourself. And then go ahead and bring the palms together. Take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Namaste, my friends. Thank you very much for showing up. For those of you streaming, not part of the 5-day Revitalizing Challenge, I didn't mention, but these classes are done on a donation basis. You can go to 5pointyoga.com, our wonderful studio, and you can sign up, either pay for your class or you can send us a donation. There are links right there at 5pointyoga.com. Just scroll down. And all of your support is greatly appreciated, so thank you for that. And oh, by the way, you should join the 5-day challenge because we'll be doing another one someday soon. Thanks, you guys. I'm not going to be live tomorrow, Thanksgiving. I'm going to take the day off, but I will be back here Friday morning for those of you streaming with us then. So have a wonderful, safe, and healthy Thanksgiving day if you're in this country.